Hey guys. So let's make sure you guys can hear me. Okay, good. So I just finished doing an interview with the lovely Madeline Gordon. I'm going to make sure I share that to you guys. It's only going to be available for 24 hours, I think, but I'll share it for you guys so you guys can see my interview. And I said, well, since my makeup is done, I might as well just do a live stream. So I want to talk to you about two critical moves that I made to go from overwhelm to overflow. It's actually inspired by the interview that I just finished. So I said I'll come in here and just share some content with you guys really quick. So if you're watching this somewhere other than my Facebook group, the Business Law for Coaches, my name is Nyala. I am known as the Master Midwife for Coaches, and I help them find and market their unique message so they can consistently sign high-paying clients. Now, there are two things that I will say really helped me go from a place of overwhelm. There was a question that Madeline asked me that pretty much talks, brought up that whole time in my business where I was doing all the things and where I was really, even though I was making some money and even though I was doing better than where I first started, I still was overworked and really tired and doing too much. My brain was in 10 different places at one time. I really wasn't a master at anything because I was trying so much things. And that's where a lot of you are at right now. And if that's you, then you're really going to want to listen to what I have to say today. Okay. So if that is you and you're watching me on the replay or you're here with me live, just give me a 1 in the chat box so I know where you guys are at. If you're here on the replay, put hashtag replay below so I can come back and say thank you to you. Okay. So the two things, I didn't really think about this. Well, I thought about this, but I didn't really write notes. So the first thing that I would say I did was simplify my marketing. Okay, simplify my marketing. And this one is really important because, like I said, I thought that I had to do everything, So when I first started online and I started like on Instagram, I was seeing other people creating content. I got deep into, content creation. Then, people said that we needed to do video. I started learning on, how to do the right video titles and what do you say. And, then other people started talking about doing webinars. I started doing that. And I spent a lot of time having a lot of different marketing strategies and mindset wise, because this is where a lot of you are at right now. So if I'm helping you or if I say anything that helps you, let me know below, because a lot of times your mind is telling you that I have to put out all these different stuff so more people can see me. Does that make sense? Let's use an example of, how many times you post a day. So I need to post 5 times a day because that means more people is going to see my stuff, instead of simplifying and saying, I'm going to put one piece of valuable content out and I'm going to share it everywhere. Okay. So, hey, Sherry. Hi, darling. How are you? So do you see what I mean? So look at that. So instead of you spending, a whole 4 days to create a blog, a video, of this, of that, right? You can say, let me create one video, one little 10-minute video, but I'm going to distribute it all over the place. And that's like an example of simplifying. So one thing I would say, one critical move is I simplified. Another thing is I made a choice. So instead of trying to become a master at everything, I looked at my numbers. I noticed that out of all the strategies that I was using, I was converting on webinars, I was converting on challenges, and I decided those were going to be my 2 marketing strategies. Okay. So I hope you guys are paying attention to that. I made a choice and I decided, well, instead of doing a blog and all of that, I'm going to focus on just what is bringing in results. Because when I had got my first coach, the first thing that she did was she looked at where my results was coming from. And it's so funny that I spent time with blogging, but I was only getting about 30 something people a month going to my website. Could you believe that? So paying someone to transcribe my videos and create this blog and bought a course on SEO and all of that. And it was only 30 something people in a month that went to my website. So I got no results from all of that, the hours and the time and the headache and everything that I was putting in to doing these blogs. right? So the first thing is I made a choice. I looked at my numbers, I saw what was working, and I decided to master those things and stay consistent with it, okay? So before we get to my second thing, here's what I want to tell you. There are two things that you want to pay attention to when you're choosing which marketing strategy is best for you. So one, is it profitable? Okay, so is it profitable? Even if, let's say a challenge, for example, let's say the first time you did a challenge, the only thing you did was make a couple $100s. If that's the only thing that has worked for you, then that's profitable for you, right? So you determine what's profitable for you. So the first thing is your strategy needs to be profitable. The second thing is your strategy needs to be automated. This is another thing that really helped me when it comes to simplifying, is that every single webinar I did, I may have done it live, but I was able to set it up in an automated system where up until this day, I have somebody who gets paid $50 a month, and all he does is share these webinars on different platforms. Okay, so literally that's his only job, is to just make sure he's sending people to these webinars. So we're getting leads every single day from our organic method, right? So if I need to make sure whatever strategy I chose, it was also able to be automated. Same thing with the challenge. So I was talking to one of our group members today, shout out to Erica, and she was telling me about her challenge, how she did the challenge with us. She was able to get 50 people to pay for her first challenge. And now people are asking her, should she do it again? Is she going to do it again? And I said to her, wait a minute, even if you don't do it live, now that your videos is done, your workbook is done, you can set this up as an automated system. See? So you want to make sure that whatever marketing strategy you choose, not only is it profitable, but it can be automated. See, when it comes to scaling, okay, when it comes to you getting to a point where you're consistently generating in your business, you have to look for ways to free up your time. If your time is attached to anything, you're not going to be able to scale. Okay. So that's why you want to make sure whatever you do, you can automate it once you're done. All right. Now, second critical move for me would be that I created a client acquisition system. And that kind of goes back to marketing, because when I was in that overwhelm space, I didn't have a client acquisition system. It was more like throwing spaghetti at the wall and just trying all these different ways to get clients, or, making up these beautiful social media posts and telling people book an appointment with me, which is like doesn't work, doesn't really convert, right? Because let's think about this. If you are a premium price coach, which is those are the people who I help, right? So you're a high ticket coach. That means that people need to know, like, and trust you. That means that you have to build rapport. That means that you have to share enough value where someone sees you as the solution to their problem, right? So if you're creating a story post on social media and then saying, hey, book an appointment, you're not going to get much people booking an appointment unless you're doing it in maybe your Facebook group, right? Because that's your tribe. But for the most part, you're not going to get much people to book an appointment. And that's where I was kind of stuck. I needed to create a client acquisition system that was doing this for me. Know, like, and trust. Okay, know, like, and trust for me in an automated way. So let me share that with you. Once I realized that I had a knack for creating captivating presentations and teaching my way to getting clients, I decided that I was going to let that be the main strategy, and we were going to start creating sales funnels with my recordings. So now I'll give you an example of one of my systems. You go to, you can see a post, it sends you to a free training. You go to the page, you see what I'm teaching in the training. If it's something that you need, you sign up for the training. Once you sign up for the training, you can watch it on demand, okay? Now, once you watch the training, because I create a presentation that converts, once you watch the training, because I share my story, you get to know me. Because of the way my presentation is structured, you like me. Right? And because of the social proof that's in the training, you start to trust me. So a certain percentage of people who sees this training will become, okay, a client, right? Maybe about 1%, okay? Because I want you guys to know numbers. About 1% of the people who see that page will become a client automatically. Not too many people will buy into something right away. However, I have 75% of people who would book an appointment. right? So what happens is now on autopilot, people are booking appointments on my calendar. And that's what I want, because when I get to speak to these potential clients, that, that's how I get clients into my business. So having that client acquisition system really, really helped me go from a place of overwhelm to a place of overflow. So now if you guys go to my calendar link, you'll notice that you'll only ever see about 2 days free. And I only usually have about 5 to 6 spots open in a 2 to 3 week window. So a lot of times there are people who would book appointments and then email me and say, hey, I couldn't get the appointment that I want. If something opens up, can you let me know? Now, does that mean that I'm on the phone all the time? No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that I'm in a place of overflow. So I no longer have to run after clients, because the client acquisition system is building the rapport on autopilot for me, booking out my calendar, and then I get on the phone and do my job. Do you see how that works? So, hey, Mary, darling, how are you? Sherry said, love this. Automation and systems are what I need to look at. Yes, yes, yes. So those would be the 2 things that I would say. And remember, this is for coaches, consultants, or service professionals, right? So depending on what you do, there might be other tweaks that you can make to these strategies. But for me, this is what works. Have a client acquisition system, very important. Now, if you don't have one, here's my shameless plug for the day. This is what we're going to be doing at Market Your Message Live. Okay, we are 8 weeks out from our live event. Tomorrow I'm going into surgery, so I can't even. I'm going to be down for. I'm going to say I'm supposed to be down for a few days, so probably won't be back to work until Monday. But I plan on having my computer in bed with me from Friday. And right now I'm in promo mode because of this. I'm losing time. So if you guys have not got your ticket for this event yet, and you're someone who knows that these are the type of things you want to implement in your business, then Market Your Message Live is where we're going to be doing that. All right. So we're going to be focusing on creating your captivating story, finding your unique message, creating your signature system, creating your high ticket offer, setting it up in a client acquisition system, and learning how to sell on the phone. All right, those are the main the main workshops that we're going to be doing over the 2 days. So you're pretty much learning the full business model of what I've been able to do to go from overwhelm to overflow. Right. So if you guys haven't got your ticket, marketyourmessagelive.com. Okay. Hey, Dr. Finch, how are you? Let me give you guys the link for that, and then we're going to recap one more time, and then I'm going to leave you guys. So 2 critical things that I did. It's what I recommend for you guys to do. Now, do you have to follow exactly what I did? So let me give you an example instead of saying it that way. Let's say you are someone that blogs. You're a good writer. And when you look at your numbers, maybe blogging is the strategy that works for you. Remember what I said, 2 things you need to be able to do. You need to make sure that it's profitable, that the strategy you're using is profitable, but you also need to make sure that you can automate it in some type of way. So I don't want to sit here and make it seem like you have to do presentations, although that is the fastest way to build know, like, and trust at the same time. You can use blogging as your strategy. What you want to do is make sure that you stick to that one strategy. You get what I'm saying? And find a way to repurpose and redistribute your blogs in other ways. So for example, let's say you have a blog that teaches someone three tools that they need in their coaching business, right? You can have that blog, but you can also create 3 small videos. See what I'm saying? That will allow you to distribute it in another way. Me personally, not my thing anymore, right? And I mean, if you're listening to me, you're probably in the same place, just not my thing anymore. It's so amazing and so freeing to be able to earn, a certain amount of money and not have to sit behind a computer like that anymore. So I want to empower you guys to really think about the automated systems. However, I just don't want to force you. So blogging is your thing. Find a way to make it automated. Find a way to free up your time. Find a way to maybe batch your blogs. But you have to be thinking about your time. Okay. And then my second thing. So the first one is I simplified my marketing strategies. and I decided to go with challenges and presentations. And once I did them live, which I still do up until this day, I automate them. And then the second strategy or the second critical move that I made was setting up client acquisition systems. So it started off with one, and that one worked, and now I have tons, right? So I even have a client acquisition system that I set up very recently with a 5-day challenge, and it's been doing really well, right? So I like to do these things and get the results from it before I actually share, these strategies with you guys. But yeah, that's another strategy. Automated my challenge, and now people are able to sign up for free. Over 5 days, they're getting training, they're getting workbooks, they're getting to find their message, and it goes straight into a presentation that sells them into my high-end program. And it's been working. We just set that up, right? So I really, really want you guys to pay attention to choosing that strategy that works for you and setting up those client acquisition systems so you can save time in your business. All right? Okay. And if you need help with any of that, meet me live. Okay, you have two options. The best option is to meet me live because you get to come out for as little as $100 right now. You can reserve your seat, right? You get to come out to Philadelphia, exciting network. Another thing I need you guys to know, which I didn't plan on saying this, but since we're talking about it, guys, my event ticket ranges from $200 to $500. Here's what I need you to understand about coming to an event like Market Your Message Live. Number one, you're coming in a room with other service professionals. So you're not going to be mixed up with all types of business. You're mixed up with everyone who's selling their knowledge. Okay. Number two, if people like you invest at this level, it is showing that you understand what growing a business and an empire is. Okay. And those are the type of people you want to mix and mingle with. Those are the people who understand investing in themselves, higher education, making their craft, building their craft so they can transform and impact more people. Those are the people you want to be in the room with. So marketyourmessagelive.com. All right, I'm out of here, guys. See you later. If you have any questions, comments, or anything, let me know. And I will see you guys live again next week. I'll have some content going out. It's already scheduled. You'll be getting content, but you won't see me. I'll be getting my teeth pulled in the morning. So I won't be able to speak, but you will be getting content. And if you guys need anything, let me know. I'll speak to you guys later.